Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my review for Chasing Atlanta Season 3 Episode 3. And I still don't know the name of the damn episode. God, don't matter now, Jesus. I'll put it in the description. That's the one thing I gotta remember. I'm gonna do better. I promise I'm gonna do better. Okay, so of course we started out with scenes from the last episode. Of course, when I start talking, there's hair all in my lip gloss. That's stupid. And I feel like my highlighter's doing a whole lot on the top of this lip. Okay, so we start out with the scenes of the last episode. Of course, Troy went to, not Troy, Oliver went to little Kendra's single release party, and we didn't get the outcome from the altercation that was happening at the end of the episode from last week. So I'm not sure if they actually got into it or what, but I guess it ended amicably as it could, I guess. We then go to, it's the episode starts, and Oliver is meeting Jaylon for breakfast at some diner or some restaurant. So they having a conversation. First of all, Jaylon has on this black and white, I think it said Balmain sweater, and these little booty shorts like he is a Laker girl on his way to practice. I don't understand what's happening in some thigh-high situations and circumstances. So, Oliver and Jaylon are talking about the party that they missed and all that good stuff. And then Oliver asks Jaylon, is he going to Cameron's party? And Jaylon is saying, I don't know if my presence would be needed or wanted. And he said, because the last time he saw Cameron, he was at the reunion and he was popping off at the mouth. And they show a little clip of that confrontation, which I don't remember seeing when the reunion originally aired. And I want to say I watched it at least twice. But there was so much drama going on between Jaylon and Gardini that that whatever was said between Cameron and Jaylon completely was erased by Gardini coming in and showing his whole ass. So, they're sitting there having breakfast. They're talking about the party and whether or not they're going to go. Jaylon says to Oliver that he is doing music now, because he got to go to the studio and stuff. And so, and the name of the restaurant was Q's Restaurant, apparently. So, my lashes are sticking. I'm gonna do this fast because this is coming off in a few minutes. So Jaylon plays a portion of his song for Oliver, and it sounded real cute. I can't wait to hear the whole song. He might have stumbled on a bop. So, I'm all in for that. Y'all hear my scooter boop up there crying? These new mothers are something else. Okay, so, no, we not finna have no, Gia, I am the boom boom gun wonky eyelash situation. No. Not on today, Jesus. Okay, so, he and Oliver are talking, blah, blah, bloom. And so Oliver asked Jaylon why he was all on Q when they were at the zoo. And doesn't Q have a man? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, don't you think his man would be concerned with you being all up on him like that? He was like, and he shouldn't, because I don't want him. And they show a clip of, Jaylon being hugged up on Q. However, as far as I know it, at one point Q and Jaylon were a thing, but then they're not, and now they're just good friends. So that type of comfortability with someone like that, I can understand that you might, what it might look like from the outside in, thinking that they just a little bit too comfortable with each other. But it comes from, I guess, being knowing each other so long and actually having maybe have been in a relationship. If I'm correct, I think they were together at one point, but I can't be sure. So Jaylon gets a text message and he's like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go meet Q at the studio. But he ran out there like it wasn't Q that texted him. It sounded like Zaddy texted him. And he was like, oh, Dick is calling me. This is cute, but I gotta go. It's real cute, but I must. It's like the bat signal with a big penis was in the sky, and Jaylon saw his eye. Ooh, I gotta go. So he leaves there with all the food, and he runs out. And so then we get a scene with Gardini getting out of jail. And so Oliver goes to meet him. Oh, God. And so, yay. Like, for real. I'm finna snatch this sucker right off if she don't act right. So, man, I keep my eyes open this whole damn time. Gardini gets out of jail. And Oliver is like, well, what the hell happened? How did you even get to this situation? And, of course, Gardini goes into the explanation as to he went in. And they were waiting when he got there. They knew they were going to violate him before he even got there and all this other stuff. And he was getting ready to do his, whatever it is, to terminate. He thought he was doing his termination papers for his probation. He thought he was done, but they really had violated him and arrested him and took him to jail. And so he had to pay $5,000 in fines and things of that nature in order to get out. So then, and this is when I see that birds of a messy feather flock together. And this is why Oliver and Gardini, it's like this. So apparently, the reason why Devin quit chasing Atlanta and is no longer on the show is because of Oliver. So apparently, Devin and his boo, who I can't think of his name, I'm going to call him Dark Chocolate for now because that's all I can remember. He's beautiful chocolate skin. So Devin and Dark Chocolate had broke up, right? So Dark Chocolate texted Oliver and was trying to get all up in his... let's not say that because that was going to be real crude. He tried to holler at Oliver. Oliver, not knowing that Dark Chocolate was the ex-boyfriend of Devin and also the best friend of Gardini. Though how you and Gardini are friends and you don't know Dark Chocolate is his best friend. And they're like, it's too close. It's not like 6 degrees of separation between them. It's like 1 degree. So like, why don't you? I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. But that just hit me. That don't make no damn sense. Does that make sense to y'all? Is it just me? Am I crazy? If you and Gardini are super close, so close that you come and pick him up out of jail, even though that could have just been for the shooting. If you're so close that he's calling you to come get him out of jail and take him to the Waffle House when he get out. First of all, why wasn't his best friend there to pick him up to get him out of jail? Fact number 1. Fact number 2, if you're so close to Gardini and this is his best friend, how do you not know who he is and who he was attached to? Something in the milk ain't right. I don't know what it is, but something in the milk, it ain't right. It just ain't right, Jesus. Huh. I got questions. Hopefully they get answered, because something about that whole situation is just off. All right, so I'm gonna. So anyway, Gardini, because I got distracted by. can't tell a Scorpio a certain story and then it don't make sense because I'm all about things making logical sense, and that just doesn't make any sense. Neither does how this lash is sitting either. But Jesus, okay, again, ADHD. All right, so Gardini, clearly has not learned his lesson. You pulled a stunt at the reunion. And then on top of that, you didn't just leave it for tricks and stunts and antics on the show. You took it to real life and decided to be super duper petty and actually buy this boy's company's name in LLC. So now that you are in charge of the company and that has the same name, that he has to pay you and and all this other stuff. So you decided to play with this boy's livelihood and his money. He, in retaliation, said, okay, we playing those type of games? Go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Now, you done spent 5 months behind bars. You ain't learned. Instead of you learning a lesson, okay, this has gone way too far. I did too much. He did too much. We need to dead this. Because if y'all continue to go this way, it could really get ugly. All these stunts and tricks and shows that y'all pulling, it's not cute. But that's not the lesson that you learned. You come out and now you talking to Oliver and Oliver's like, what are we going to do next, brain? And you going to say the same thing we do every night, try and take over the world. What? You ain't going to even take a break and relax, relate, release, and get your mind together so that you can regroup and refocus on what you need to do to get your stuff back in order. No, I'm going to get this broad. Trying to get this broad is what got you in jail. So it would behoove you. That would be my suggestion to you. But that just could be just me. Just common sense, logical Ebony saying, at some point you got to leave. You can't keep going with this. You gonna put a hit on him next? Well, I mean, where you going with this? You gonna sleep with his man? I don't understand how you gonna keep one up, at this point, the Jalen and Gardini dramatization situations, stunts, I'm gonna do this, so you do this and this and this, and I'm at this point. When you went to jail, that would have been for me. Oh, no. We don't play with my life. No. Cause you went to for real jail. I don't understand. But I digress, and I'm sure we'll get into that the rest of the season as the season progresses. And I don't want this video to be longer than however long this video was. So Cameron, it's his birthday party. It's birthday time. House mansion party. So we the duo show up to the mansion party, and they was like, "Oh, there's crickets. Nobody's here." And of course, the shady production is shows that there's nobody there. They just got there early. So they put the SpongeBob 3 hours later. The whole house is jumping, and I'm like, what in the candy dungeon party is going on in this piece? Because there's niggas with straps and bottles and fire eaters and all kinds of shenanigans and foolishness. It looks like a good time, but there's a lot going on. So Kendra shows up at the party. Kendra is fine until I really want them to put some setting powder on her face to dull down that shine in the confessionals. Not because I'm watching it right now and it vexes and spurred me. Because see, she is perfectly matte outside. All right. So anyway, so she comes to the party. And so, we saw Montel twerking his booty. We saw, who else? We saw We the Duo. And so Kendra shows up. Oliver is there. Kendra shows up and immediately gets mad because she sees Oliver. And so she, it seems her anger and frustration, it seems irrational. But could only be because, that may be because it seems irrational to me. Let me rephrase. It seems her anger and vitriol with Oliver seems irrational to me because we didn't see the confrontation or what was said or what happened between Oliver and Kendra at the single release party. So we are in the blind, so we don't know what the hell is going on. So we don't know if Kendra is actually justified for going from 0 to 1,000 as soon as she sees Oliver at this party. So they go outside to have a conversation, and she was saying, you're not going to shit talk my event. You're not going to down talk me. I'm going to be a star. I'm working hard for this. I'm trying to carry my family on my back. We going to be successful. We going to do this. She gets emotional. She starts to cry. And I really think alcohol may have played a part into it, but it exacerbated whatever the situation is. We, the duo, saw that there was commotion. Of course, they're nosy like me, so they was like, let's go see what's happening outside with the dramatizations. Because that's what I would have done. But yeah, so Kendra and her manager, and they're trying to talk her off of the ledge at this juncture. And she's just getting more and more upset. And it may be because she's had too much liquor. She may have had some chemical assistance. I do not know. But we don't have all the context because it's not shown as to why she is that upset over whatever the comment. If it's just the comments that he said at the party, I mean, if you're going to be a star, you have to be able to take whatever shit talking is going to come your way. Because it's coming your way. People shit talk Beyonce. They shit talk Rihanna. Cardi B, they give the business. Nicki, they give the business. So if you have got to have a thicker skin. One person coming to your album release and saying, I don't understand what's happening, what's going on. This affair seems a little incongruous on what what is being said it is and what it actually is, and blase bloom blue, and everybody has an opinion about what you're doing and who you are as a person and da 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 da. You can't let every Tom, Dick, and Harry who has an opinion, because everybody has got one, you can't let that sway you and break you down. Because you're not going to survive this business if you do. I don't even have 100 subscribers. And I had somebody tell me something super crazy in my comments. And I was like, okay, well, thank you for watching. I mean, you be all right. Thanks for the view. I appreciate you. You take all criticism and treat it like fish. You pick out the bones, you eat the meat. And if it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. Don't even let it bother you. It seemed like Kendra was taking everything to heart, and she can't do, as a person who's going to be in the public eye and to be a part of all of this success and fame, which I have none at all. And even I know you can't be tender like that in this type of business and be successful and still keep your sanity. It's just not going to work. So we then go to Cameron and Jaylon. Jaylon shows up to the party. First of all, Cameron is in his confessional talk about why she here. Well, bitch, you invited her, so what the fuck you mean? Okay. I felt like that was a lot as a response. But really that was an actual response when he was saying it in his confessional. Like, why is she here? What's she doing here? I thought she wasn't coming. Clearly you invited her. She may have said, I don't know if I'm coming, but clearly she changed her mind and she did come to celebrate you. So why is your attitude shitty? So y'all go into this room and have this conversation. And I feel like Cameron is running off at the mouth and running off at the mouth. He's still mad at Q because Q said he helped him pay some bills while he was sick. I don't know if that's the issue. This one. And Jaylon really didn't look like he got a word in edgewise. But Cameron in his confessional seemed real salty about this whole conversation. But the way it ended, they said they seemed to come to some meeting of the mind and they was going to go twerk and work it out at the party. Whatever. I'm sure we'll get into that later. I'm really trying to get through the rest of this, so this is not longer than the actual video, but I don't know. So, we then go to Oliver is coming up the stairs at the party, and he's like, I'm going up to this room to talk to Kendra about our altercation. My allergies are kicking my butt. Now, okay, here's my first question. When Oliver walked into the room, it's like he walked into a middle of a porn being made. There was a camera in the corner, and Kendra and her partner manager, whoever that gentleman is, they rapping or something in the corner, but there's a bed in the middle of the room, so it looks like at any second they about to get down. Like, I don't understand. I was confused and conflicted, and I didn't know this. First of all, Oliver is messy as hell, and I love him. But his faces during this conversation gave me all of my life. So Kendra is still upset and fussing. And her little funky ass... I don't know this baby. Let me not call him a funky ass. Kendra's manager is co-signing on everything that Kendra is saying. He clapping his hands while she talking and fussing and stuff. And Oliver, I don't think, is giving them the same fever with which they're returning. Like, it's not the same energy. I don't understand. We need to see the footage. Where's the footages, nigga? We need to know what happened. We need to see the confrontation between Kendra and Oliver at the party. Because her energy is not being matched by anyone. I don't know if she's irrational. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if she's on. She done popped a Molly and she's sweating. I don't know. And then her manager with this thing tied around his head, he hyped her up, and then he want to pull her away and then poo-poo Oliver. I don't know. It's a lot. And this is when he called her a stupid bitch. So I just don't know. So he was talking to the camera at this time. And at this point, he's upset because he wasn't being heard by Kendra. And I think they're arguing two different things. And Oliver is trying to press upon Kendra that, everyone who is LGBTQIA, I think it's all of the letters, community that is trying to break into or be a part of or trying to rise in this industry is just like black people trying to compete in the mainstream of America. You have to work twice as hard to get half as far. And so he was like, I think what he is saying, that he wants everything when it comes to someone from the community, to whatever they do, to be done in excellence. As I guess in regards, especially when it comes to their career and things of that nature, because once again, they have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard to get even a quarter of the way that someone who is straight would have to do in order to get seen, heard, and taken seriously. That's what I think is the disconnect. Kendra thinks he's directly dissing her and saying she ain't shit and ain't gonna make it, and that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. I think they're cross arguing two different points. That's what I got. So we can go to scenes from the next episode. We the duo are on set, I guess, for the video for their song, and Cameron brings them some clothes and he's inviting them to a brunch. Cameron seems to be planning a lot of events, but I digress. Okay, you living your life, you cancer free, and we're gonna celebrate every second we get. Ooh, I gotta go. It's 5% left on my phone. So then we the duo and Kendra are now having some type of argument at the brunch. We'll see that next week. That is all I have for now. I want to thank y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch y'all. I feel like I am so animated and so loud at the end of the shit. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.